Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome here to race number 2 of the second season of the NASCAR Busch Series powered by the WRA. Getting set to go racing here for 99 laps in the North Carolina Educational Lottery 250 as we're getting ready for our first race on this Saturday here today. On the pole position, Courtney Lynn. If you saw pole day qualifying yesterday, she is starting on the pole position. Courtney finished in 11th place at Coca-Cola, looking to continue her momentum. Luna Farmer is alongside. She finished 12th at Coca-Cola. Lauren Grubius in row number 2, 24th at Coca-Cola, and Emily Green in the 37 finished in 15th place at Coca-Cola Super Speedway last week. And look at the rest of the starting lineups. Gonna get these cars moving. As Courtney Lynn was getting slow to get off, but Grubius decided to give her a little tap just to get her going. The point standings coming to this race, Liliana Beta not in the race today. She'll be in tomorrow's Winston Cup race. She was your points leader entering this race. 5 points over Morgan Le Fay and rookie points leader D Gitiroyk. 6 points ahead of Billy Kitchens in fourth. E Amirmoez in fifth, tied with T Tupola. London Jackson 7th. Alex Winters, Abigail Stone, and Kyle Langeland complete the top 10. So we are guaranteed a new points leader leaving today's race. Here we go, 99 laps of racing today. Green flag is in the air. We're racing at the Rock. First lap led for Courtney Lynn. Courtney Lynn still leading this race. Remember, we had a caution on lap number 6 in yesterday's Craftsman Truck Series race. What will happen here today in the Busch race with only 99 laps of racing? Caution's out for the first time today. Same lap we had our first yellow in yesterday's Truck Series race. Phelan Bradley involved. He just raced his way in. E Amirmoez top 10 the points in trouble. Got some damage to the right front. I think T Tupola also got a piece of whatever this yellow is. We'll see if these drivers are going to have to come to pit road. Looks like the answer is going to be a yes. While they're making pit stops, let's jump back, look at a replay to find out what caused our first yellow today in the early stages of the North Carolina Educational Lottery 250. This is what happened. We also saw this in our truck race yesterday. Looks like Phelan Bradley and I think that's Gabe Lipton making his Busch debut. Also sandwiched the 42 of Thriller Tadwell, also making his series debut in the wall. Sarah Castilla got a piece. So did the 15 of E Amirmoez. And did some right front damage on the Mikosuke Dodge for James Finch Racing. But for the most part, no other cars were involved in a follow-up wreck, so you can say about 3 cars or so involved. Not what Phelan Bradley needed. And that is what brought out our first caution of the day here at the Rock. Let's get to the restart here in North Carolina. Going to go back to green flag racing on lap number 11 of 99. Would give us a total of 89 laps of racing to go. Courtney Lynn is the leader. Josh Harmon in second. Tyler Ware in third. The 41, if I pull up the entry list, that would be Shakes McDaniel, who also raced his way in. He is fourth. Fifth is Quentin Moore. Sixth, Billy Kitchen. Luna Farmer, seventh. Marcus Sellers, eighth. Lauren Grubius, ninth. And Kyle Langeland will complete your top 10. And the 09 is now out of the race, so a tough break for Phelan Bradley. He'll be running a limited schedule this season. We're also being told the 35 of Xavier Allsopp was held a lap. Not really sure what the deal was. So we'll have to see what happens here as we're going to get ready for the restart here at the Rock. Green flag back in the air. Let's find out what's up with the 35. There he is. As he's on the apron, scored in the 41st position. I'm really not sure what was wrong with the 35. I wonder if he had a lengthy pit stop is why he got trapped a lap down. Whatever the case, that is a tough break for the 35. That was Xavier Allsopp. And he was 18th at Coca-Cola, so this was definitely not the result he needed. And Rockingham, North Carolina, going to play its part in a point shaker-upper. We're definitely going to have ourselves a point shaker-upper heading into next week's race. And the caution is out for the second time. Whoa! No, Tyler Ware just got turned on the back straightaway by McDaniel. Not really sure what... Oh, no, and then the 81 just drove up in the 25 of Carolina Bradley. What was that all about? I was going to see what caused the yellow, but apparently we had some brain fade. And again, the leaders are pinned. Thriller Tadwell involved, Marco Diaz, Violet Jackson. The one thing Violet Jackson did not need is a poor finish. Caution's out for the second time today. Let's jump back to the replay to see what happened. Race is now red flag. There's some debris on the track. Let's see. 21 and the 0 got together. Nowhere for the 87 to go, and the 0 gets sent upside down. Jacob Foster making his debut, got a piece of it. So did the 5 of Dylan Ibrahimian as he got collected in this mess. It's like Abigail Stone and Morgan Le Fay got together. Remember, Le Fay finished second last week. A lot of cars torn up on the back straightaway. And then there's where Thriller Tadwell got into the 7 of the... That was Samad Ozkan. Did a lot of damage on the Kleenex Chevrolet, and Thriller Tadwell's day is done, unfortunately. And then, really, what was this all about with the 41? This was under the yellow, and the 41 apparently just turned the 81 for really, I don't know what that was all about. Set the 81 in the inside wall. So Tyler apparently not going to be happy with the 41, and then he's not paying any attention. And I don't know what he was doing, and just runs into poor Carolina Bradley, put her into the wall, and did some pretty significant damage to the left front on the Marines Ford. As the yellow is out for the second time today, boy, there's going to be some drivers really not happy with each other as we're going to head to the restart here at the Rock. Going to go back to green on lap number 17 of 99 here at the Rock. As Annie Winters is the leader, Kyle Langeland is now second, Ricky Cervantes third, Sarah Costello fourth, fifth is Amy Hicks, sixth is J.J. Palmer, T Tupola seventh, Josh Harmon eighth, Courtney Lynn ninth, and 10th is Alex Winters. Top 8 did not come to pit road under the yellow flag. Thriller Tadwell, Marco Diaz out of the race. That's 2 weeks in a row for Marco Diaz. And I do not want to play the radio communications of Carolina Bradley because that really just hurted her chances of having a good result today. That's a tough break for Carolina Bradley. And she really did not need this, but she's going to have to salvage what she can out of this race. Green flag back in the air here at the Rock. So apparently a lot more chaos than what we had in our truck race here yesterday. And Annie Winters, former Winston Cup Series driver, currently the race leader. As Kyle Langeland looking for the inside of the blue Miller High Life Dodge out of Rusty Wallace Racing. J.J. Palmer, there's Josh Harmon, Courtney Lynn, Alex Winters, T Tupola, Sarah Costello, Shakes McDaniel running in 11th. Probably didn't earn the 81 any good. Luna Farmer having a good run in 12th. Billy Kitchens running in 13th. Daniel Gitiroyk. Jesse Art. Right now, currently in the top 20. She will be making her Winston Cup Series debut tomorrow afternoon. Driving the number 09 machine for James Finch's team. Ended up making her made the show this week. There's Ashlyn Wright. She's also going to be in tomorrow afternoon's Winston Cup Series race here. So we'll bring you the Subway 400. Kyle Langeland currently the race leader in the Dr. Pepper Dodge. Langeland had a. If I see where K Langeland top 10 run at Coca-Cola. It was a good run for Teal. As they are going by E Amirmoez, who's trying to be a graceful back marker. Amy Hickson fourth. If you are not aware of the point situation, Amy Hicks did not enter last week at Coca-Cola. Hazel Eveling was in that ride. Of course, Hazel moved over to the 44. Unfortunately, she failed to qualify. Excuse me, for this race. And Amy Hicks made the show nevertheless. Good run for her. Good run for Courtney Lynn, our pole sitter, in fifth. Oh, sorry. R Amirmoez is the defending winner of this race. I was checking to see who was the defending winner. Jamie Bow 9, Josh Herman in the 10th position. Remember, we're still going to lock the top 30 in the show. And then Trucks and Cup will be on the same page as Busch throughout the season. As we're on lap number 35, who are they coming up to? They are coming up to Sarah Costello. We're also coming up to Carolina Bradley. Of course, Costello was involved in that last yellow. Carolina Bradley did not need something like this to happen to her. Of course, Carolina Bradley going to also attempt to run some races in the Winston Cup Series. More than likely later in the second half of the season. Or after we hit after she gets 18, after she hits 18, which she I believe is already 18 right now. So we'll probably see her in some Go Home sessions. Annie Winters, Courtney Lynn. Courtney Lynn failed to qualify for the Winston Cup race, I think, or let me double check to confirm that. No, she made tomorrow's Winston Cup race. I take that back. So Courtney Lynn just getting some data. Excuse me, there. Just learning some data today that's going to apply for her in tomorrow afternoon's Winston Cup race. She, Daniel Gitiroyk, Ashlyn Wright, Jesse Art. The drivers that are in the Busch race today, that'll be in tomorrow afternoon's Winston Cup race. And should I mention Jesse Art is on the front row for tomorrow afternoon's Busch Series race, or Winston Cup race, excuse me. As we're getting closer and closer to the midway point of today's race. As Carolina Bradley just moving out of everybody's way, not trying to be a hindrance. JJ Palmer having a very good run in third. Shakes McDaniel, there's Bradley off the lead lap. Amy Hicks, Annie Winters, Courtney Lynn, our pole setter, Alex Winters, and T Tupola will complete the top 10. Kyle Langeland has hit pit road, so it looks like green flag pit stops. And remember, these for the drivers that did not come to pit road under that caution. So the drivers who did not pit under the yellow are now paying the price because now we're in a long green flag run going. Remember, 50 laps is how far these cars can go on a fuel run because we're on times 2. We've now hit lap number 50 of this race. That is the midway point of this race. Other than the two cautions we've had so far in this race, we've been really in a nice green flag run. Looks like from 26 on down, those drivers who did not pit, they ended up paying the price. Some of them were due to damage that they got from the first two yellows of this race. So we're now in the second half of this race. As we're coming up to Violet Jackson, running in 37th right now. Marcus Sellers just made a pit stop. He's back out onto the track. And Jamie Bonine just going by Violet Jackson without an issue. Remember, Bonine's now on older tires. There's Violet. Olivia Jackson, who was not on the entry list, was not feeling well, so she stayed back home. So they end up withdrawing the 38 team. She will be back in the 38 for for Las Vegas, excuse me. Whoa! Bora Park came flying up there. Remember, she just made a pit stop. Remember, Jamie Bonine's on older tires. Everybody else is on fresher tires. Wonder if Jamie Bonine's going to have to come to pit road because he is going slower and slower and slower. That's what happens when you're racing here at the Rock. That was close. 56 went by the 9 because remember the 9's on older tires. Everybody else is on fresher tires. And looks like the 9 is coming to pit road. That could have been disastrous. Thankfully, it wasn't. And it says Jacob Foster's in second. Of course, he's on the same boat. He's going slower and slower. That's because everybody is on older tire, or he's on older tires. Everybody else is on fresher tires. I think the 49 is in the same category. Really like this track, really like the tire strategy playing a factor in this race. Remember, it is hot. Remember, the sun's out. It's slick. And these cars are good. Oh no, Dylan Ibrahimian just wrecked the leader. Ibrahimian just wrecked Sarah Costello. I think Sarah was trying to come to pit road, but the 5 just ran over the Advil Ford. Remember, she's running in third. By the way, Kyle Langland's back to the race lead as a result. Now the 49's going to have damage. The 5 has already gotten damage. As we've already looked like we've cycled through these green flag pit stops as this long green flag run continues. I really wasn't a fan about those drivers that stayed out because they had to come to pit road. Are they going to even make it the rest of the way? I don't know if the 49's going to come to pit road with the damage on her car. And she's got left side damage. That's from where the 5 ran her into the wall. And the 5 does have more damage on the low Chevrolet. That was a lap car who just ran into the third place car. Or now, yep, 49's coming to pit road. Damage really hurted her. That really could have been avoided, as here comes J.J. Palmer to the race lead. And here comes, that's the 32. I think the 32 is a lap down. Yes, 32 is a lap down. As we're just past the halfway point. We've only had 2 cautions so far and only 3 drivers out of the race. Don't know when the next start is for the 09 because the 09 was only scheduled to run probably the ovals, the shorter ovals. The 09 will not enter Las Vegas because remember, Phelan Bradley is not 18. As they're going by the 15 of E Amirmoez, putting her another lap down, but Eboni's been a bit more gracious, moving out of the leader's way and not getting in trouble. Don't know if the 49 made a pit stop. There's the 49. Yeah, the damage has really affected her race car. How about a good run for Ashlyn Wright? Didn't have a good run yesterday in the Truck Series. They really struggled with that handling of the 02 all weekend. And now she's about to take 11th spot away from the 49 and will do so. Ashlyn Wright finished in 23rd at Coca-Cola. So she's having a much better day today than she had yesterday. And of course, she'll be in tomorrow's Winston Cup Series race when we close out our race weekend. Brenda Eveling battered damage on that 87, 28th. With her running in 32nd, I don't know where this is going to situate her. But she's trying to soldier on. Jessie Art a lap down in 35th. She just made a pit stop. Remember, Jessie will be in tomorrow's Winston Cup race. I think for those drivers that just came to pit road, I think they can make it the rest of the way. And let's see. Caution. Oh, big wreck. Oh, big wreck. Josh Harmon's involved. Oh, Violet. Oh, look out, look out, look out. Oh, no. 57 got collected on the base car. Oh, careful, careful, careful. Look out. Third caution is out. And this really is going to trap some drivers a lap down. Wolf was involved. Who was that on pit road? Was that Valley? Yes, it was. Carolina Bradley. Courtney Leonard pole sitter involved. It's like we're going to have some pit stops, so a much needed yellow. Oh boy, caution is out for the third time today. Let's jump back, look at a replay to see what in the world happened. Well, Carolina Bradley apparently caused this yellow. Looks like something broke on the Marines car. Of course, she's already had a bad day. And she was trying to get down on the apron. She was on the racing line. Bora Park did a good job not running in the 25. There's some drivers there just trying to take evasive action. This is what's going to bring up the yellow. Taylor Valley just rammed in the 25. Tell you what, Jacob Foster got lucky. He didn't get collected. Clayton Wolf, Muhammad Zain, Courtney Lynn, nowhere to go for her. Who was that just ran in the back? Okay, that was Josh Harmon. Luna Farmer had nowhere to go. That really should have been avoided. And then you see Luna Farmer got held up there and got hit by the 49. I thought this was going to be a wreck, but the pace car ghosted the Albersons Ford. But oh boy, there's going to be some drivers not going to be happy about this at all. And again, this happened right in the middle of green flag pit stops. And the caution's out for the third time today. Let's get to the restart here at the Rock. We're going to go back to green flag racing here. Jesse Art is, by the way, off the lead lap, as J.J. Palmer is now the leader. K Langeland in second. Ricky Cervantes third. Muhammad Zain in fourth. Don't know how much damage he's got in the Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet. Alex Winters is fourth. Annie Winters is fifth. Daniel Gittiroyk sixth. Amy Hicks seventh. Shakes McDaniel is in eighth. Quinton Moore ninth. And 10th is Abigail Stone. Drivers out of the race after that incident: London Jackson, Luna Farmer, Taylor Valley, Clayton Hunting Wolf, and Carolina Bradley all out of the race. They joined Marco Diaz, Thriller, sorry, I'm learning names, Thriller Tadwell, and Phelan Bradley back behind the wall. So both of the Bradley siblings in this race now out. As we are back to green flag racing here at the Rock, Jessie Art is up to speed, so she's trying to get her lap back, get back on the lead lap, and looks like she will do so. She is actually 2 laps down. So we still have 34 cars on track, 22 of them now on the lead lap. And that also trapped a lot of drivers a lap down as a result. That was an untimely caution. Jessie Art really trying to get back on the lead lap. Going to go back another lap down doing so. And she is 31st, now 2 laps down as a result. Right now, we only have 8 of the 42 starters in this race that will not see the checker flag. K Langeland, currently the race leader now, as we're nearing 20 laps to go in this race. Oh boy, Rockingham's really going to play its part in a point shaker-upper, I can tell you that for certainty. And Courtney Lynn, despite all that damage, is now up to 14th, so just trying to salvage what she can out of this day. Of course, Luna Farmer had a good run last week. Not going to have a good run this week. I really don't know who's going to be the points leader leaving today. Annie Winters just got around Ricky Cervantes for second. K Langeland really doing a good job here today. Ashlyn Wright running in 17th. See if Annie Winters can get around the Dr. Pepper Dodge. Alex Winters, Morgan Le Fay, Quentin Moore, Jamie Bonine in 9th, and Shakes McDaniel is in the top 10. E Amirmoez about to go another lap down. That would be her 7th. But she's doing a much better job just staying out of the leader's way, so you got to give her props. So, want to remind everybody this copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the World Racing Association, the Blue Hedgehog TV, for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction or rebroadcast or retransmitted or any other disseminations or the use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the World Racing Association, the Blue Hedgehog TV, is prohibited. World Racing Association, I want to thank you fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. As Annie Winters goes by Kyle Langeland. Now we're down to 4 laps of racing to go. That caution really hurt a number of drivers who were hoping for a good result today. In the 3 cautions we've had so far in this race today, Courtney Lynn, despite all that damage, currently in 20th, the last car on the lead lap. Definitely was hoping for a nice, better result today. Unfortunately, got caught up in somebody else's mess. JJ Palmer trying to catch up to the 24, or the 26 and the 64, rather. As Josh Harmon looks like he's coming to pit road, looks like he might be out of gas. That's going to cost him a good finish as we're down to 2 laps of racing to go. Coming to the white flag next time by. Wonder if the 78 didn't come to pit road is why he ran out of gas. And there's the white flag. 1 more lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Annie Winters trying to give the 64 back-to-back wins to start the season. They would be the overall points lead in the team standings. Not if Kyle Langeland has something to say about that, but Kyle cannot get the pass made, and it looks like they will go 2 for 2. Annie Winters is going to win the North Carolina Educational Lottery 250 here today at the Rock. A wonderful win for Annie Winters in that 64 bunch, excuse me. The 64 team is now 2 for 2 this season in the first 2 races of the year. It's like Jamie Bonine ran out of gas coming to the checker flag. He was running inside the top 10. He's going to finish in 20th. Standings are now official. Kyle Langeland second. J.J. Palmer will come home in third. Daniel Gitiroyk, Ricky Cervantes, the top 5. Alex Winters, T Tupola. Shakes McDaniel in his debut gets 8th. Quentin Moore 9th. And Ashlyn Wright was running outside the top 15-20 for much of this race. She somehow sniped a 10th place finish. Jamie Bonine did run out of gas. He was inside the top 10. Unfortunately, he's going to finish in 20th as we had 19 drivers finish the race on the lead lap. Courtney Lynn was the last of those drivers. I know it was not the run she was hoping for, but at least she finished the race nevertheless. This caution, that third caution during that long green flag run really hurt a number of drivers as you look on down to the remainder of the finishing results. We mentioned 19 cars finished on the lead lap. A lot of drivers who needed good runs after a poor finish at Coca-Cola definitely did not earn themselves any favors in that category. E Amirmoez 7 laps down. She finished in 34th, was the last car to run. So we had 34 cars on track, only 19 of them on the lead lap. And then 8 drivers did not reach the conclusion of the race. London Jackson, Luna Farmer, Taylor Valley, uh, Clayton Hunting Wolf, Carolina Bradley, due to that third and final caution where Bradley stalled on a track and Taylor Valley slammed in the back of the 25. Well, to be fair, the 25 was going to bring out the caution anyway, but she really should have not took out a number of drivers in that process. And then Marco Diaz, Thriller Tadwell, and Phelan Bradley were out from our first yellow of the day. They will finish in 40th, 41st, and 42nd position. Boy, Rockingham, North Carolina really played its part in a point shaker-upper. I can guarantee you this. We're guaranteed a point shaker-upper heading into next week's race at Las Vegas. Let's see where the 32 finished. 21st. Oh, I don't know who's going to be the points leader, to be honest with you. Might be Daniel Gitiroyk, who will also take the rookie points lead, or keep the rookie points lead heading into next week's race, because the guy that was trying to run him down for the points lead, Billy Kitchens, I don't think he had a good result today. I think Billy Kitchen, he finished in 29, so not a good result for Billy Kitchens as far as that is concerned. But that's going to do it for Rockingham, North Carolina. Congratulations to Annie Winters on the win. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the World Racing Association crew today. We show your full vision results. Your point standings are down in the description heading into next week's race at Las Vegas. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon for the Subway 400 for the Winston Cup race. Until then, I'm D Gitiroyk. Thank you for joining me and saying goodbye from Rockingham, North Carolina. And coming up next, we will rejoin the Infinity Network Sports Studios programming already in progress. We'll talk to you tomorrow. You've been watching another broadcast of the World Racing Association to Grace Racing since 2013.